Hello, welcome back to our stream, everyone. We are continuing our Curse of the Azure Bonds, Azure Bonds, I'm sorry. Curse of the Azure Bonds, campaign. I don't know why, I always want to say Azure, but,
You have a habit of putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I do because that's what I used to do as a kid, so it just kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuck with me.
Yeah,
But other
no,
than
it's
that,
a thing. It's a thing.
yeah, no, I'm turning it over to our gracious DM who will kind of give us a little bit of catch up from what happened last time.
All
Right?
right. So, yep. Last time, I referred to Dagger Falls as Dagger Ford at least half the time. So it is most certainly Dagger Falls that our party finds themselves in, working under the assumed names Jessica, Courtney, and Cam Bigfist.
That's Courtney with a Q and
Yes.
two
Yes.
E's.
Yep.
And two
Yeah.
E's.
Um, when they entered Daggerford, you guys had used your Zentarum bond to kind of fake your way through the guards, posing as Zentarum agents. Successfully, what you found is the Zentarum aren't really great on questioning authority. They they follow orders, or they get killed. Or one for autocracy and security. Um, so you met with the town sheriff, Trem known for, and he basically said that you guys were welcome to make use of Zentarum facilities. He gave you the lay of the land with current events. Randall Morn has been running a insurgent rebellion for, he was a little vague on the duration, but it's been for quite a few years, trying to get the Zent occupation force out of Daggerford. Um, Daggerford's just off the northern border of Cormier, so it's strategically important for both nations. It's also kind of a staging point for the Zentarum's trade routes into the Stonelands around Cormier. And then we left off when you guys were leaving your meeting with Trem, Sheriff Trem, and things were you were deciding where to go next. Looking around town, you have a couple of interesting things. You noticed to your first walk through town, there was a burnt out husk of a building, which may have been a temple that was there. Fire happened long ago, but no reconstruction has happened. You saw the Teshford Arms Inn, which seemed to be bustling for a town this size. There was also the Red Rock Tavern, a bit more rough and tumble, but a popular location. And then the Broken Dagger was another tavern that was available, and that one, and even from the outside, that one looks slightly more shady than any other building in town. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys as you leave the sheriff's office.
Hmm. Should we, since we're here, do you think we should try and find a place to maybe rest up, or do you think that we should do a little bit more exploring?
Let's
I,
explore.
I think that when we're ready, we can bunk up with them. They said they'll have a room for us and food for us anyway. So we might as well use their hospitality while they think we're
Friendly, yeah.
what?
There was also the Zentarum barracks and quartermaster that you had heard about in the meeting with Trevor.
Do you want to like subtly like destabilize every structure so that if like a giant windstorm comes around, everything blows over?
I think we should also subtly whisper into the ears of every soldier and kind of start an insurrection that way.
Your buddy, he doesn't like cheese, and you really love cheese. You need to stab him for that. And just do that for like everyone.
I could do that, but I'm sure somebody will figure it out. It's mean.
Yeah.
As Razi's paranoia subsides. Um,
No, like for sure we hmm. I think we should try to get in contact with that. I'm not gonna say his name right now, but the the guy outside the city. You have a good idea. I mean, once we have a good idea of what else is around here, kind of take some numbers, let him know what's going on. I don't like these guys having the city.
No, me neither. I think if anything, they came in here without any with wow sentences. They came in here just forcefully. And if anything, we're looking. They told us to look for the governor, right? Or
Randall Morn was the former governor.
former governor, and apparently he kind of shares our values, correct?
You don't know. All you really know is the Zentarum wants him dead. Eliminated. was
And he
the
doesn't.
exact word.
Yeah, and he doesn't want the Zentarum here. So
So as far as I know,
at least
yeah, as far as I feel, I'm kind of on the side of him versus them. You know, I'm not gonna say that too loudly because I feel like someone's gonna come up and stab me.
Um, Daggerford, Dagger Falls is a small place, but there's not a lot of like foot traffic on the streets. So you've got plenty of time where you can have your conversations without being overheard.
Okay. So was there a certain place that you guys wanted to go to?
maybe we should check out that temple. Just between me and you, like temples often have like stuff hidden in places, and if it's kind of burnt down, maybe there's something else there.
That's very true. That's very very true.
I
And
feel like every
considering
time we
that,
go into a temple, something happens.
yeah, I mean it's a place of holiness, which
Hey.
you know.
We got a blessing from Mask. What can we
True.
do? That's a nice thing.
True. I mean, I wasn't too much for it, but any kind of blessing that a holy figure can give us, I guess, is good. I just wish.
I mean-
my god.
It's got to, if it's still burnt down, then it has to be someone not on our arms. If you think about it, right?
Very
If
true.
they haven't bothered to rebuild it, you know, you're not going to rebuild your enemy's temple.
Fair enough.
The city we felt very uncomfortable being here from our bonds.
Well,
Be here.
when you deviated from the path to Shadow, you started to feel the bonds itch a little. That the path you were on was not directly filling one of the goals set forth for you.
We got to get some oatmeal to take care of that itch. Just
You-
plaster
you-
ourselves
you
in
know,
oatmeal.
you need a nice
I heard that
salve.
was good.
Does anyone have any aloe?
When you go check out the temple, it's not very large. I mean, it would be maybe 50, 60 feet on the longest edge. Whatever fire happened here was long ago. Give me an investigation check for anyone who's going to poke around.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
Oh, 19 on die.
16.
Hold on, let me.
So whatever that is. What's my math?
Okay, let's
Same size.
So,
start out the day with a 1.
24.
Oh no.
You roll one, so you re-roll once as a halfling?
Yeah, we call those Colts now.
Yes.
Did you find new dice yet?
Come
Or...
on.
You said
That was-
investigation, right?
I did.
Can we just say that is your
I got a
quality?
5.
That's my opening gambit every day.
Alright, we're about to melt your dice.
Yeah. Melt them, reform them.
These are new dice. Well, not new, but just different ones. I got a 15
Come on.
after the reroll.
Lyra, you got 24. You go poking around, and you're pretty quickly able to figure out this was a temple to Lathander, god of the morning and dawn, generally considered to be a good fellow.
Ooh. I gotta love the
My throat's killing me today.
allergies.
I'm not sure. I wasn't talking all day, so it could have been a problem, and I just didn't know about it until now.
You could be coming down with something too.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe it's plague.
Yes.
We need a plague so bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I almost just drank my can of paint instead of my drink.
Stop.
That's why you don't put your paint in that kind of can.
No, it's like this. It's about the same size as my can of soda.
Okay.
So
And
it's
it's one of
clearly
those,
labeled.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a paintbrush across it. That's why I turned to it, went to reach for it, and
Mhm.
paused, and was like,
No, I've drank paint water before. I know that happens.
I drank in turpentine before. Yeah,
Mhm.
got it
fucking
in my mouth and
disgusting.
was like,
You were dying.
I'd rather drink like spit tobacco water than turpentine. Like,
Yeah.
come on
it
here.
is enjoyable.
Ugh.
So, when your investigation of the temple, it looks like whatever fire started here was purposely set. Like you've seen scorch marks from fire spell, and that is most certainly what these were. This was burned by fire magic.
Arsonists.
I'm going to get very upset because it's, even though it's not my god, it's still a good kind of god in my eyes, and just seeing this sort of destruction of a holy place is just very upsetting to me.
Can I try to press to digitize some of it clean just to be nice?
That would be drops in a bucket. Like, it wouldn't really do much effort. Much good.
Yeah, it's just I'm gonna try and see that she's doing that. I'm gonna say it's not even at this point worth it or going to help. We just need to be vengeance for this church, for its people that used to worship. Vengeance for the god, basically, and just do what we were meant to be here to do.
Nick, give me a religion check.
So
Religion is... I got a 6.
Okay.
So
So-
just for kicks and giggles, on like where the altar used to be, I'm gonna clean one little spot and put a coin there, and then best I can do.
Can I actually go up to the altar and also say a prayer from my god to try and, like, do something to kind of, like, I don't know, bless this place to make it feel, like, not as awful?
Yeah. What kind of things would you include in a prayer like that?
It's not, I don't know if cleansing would be the word, but maybe something just, like something of forgiveness, I guess I want to say. I don't really know how to word it. I wanted to do something to pay my respects, basically.
Okay.
Appeasement?
Yeah,
Right.
appeasement, thank you.
So yeah, you're god of Dumathorn, keeper of secrets under the mountain, the guy who holds information tightly to his chest and protects things deep underground. And this, Lathander is a bright, sunshiny, open to all dawn god.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
I understand it. It's just that
No,
from
yeah,
my
yeah.
understanding of,
Right. Well, yeah, with there being so little overlap between the two, I just was curious what you wanted to do.
I just feel bad that a place of worship, that someone's place of worship, even though it's not my own, was destroyed.
Okay.
And understanding
So-
where this god is,
So it's like a mutual respect sort of deal.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah, you go to the altar, And you do your thing. You say your words. You say them in Dwarvish, so no one else knows what they are anyway. And like the wind picks up and swirls some of the dust and ash around a bit, and everything falls silent.
Can I check and see if that was like maybe a sign, or do I know that was like a sign from either my god or someone else?
That is open to your interpretation, not a dice roll.
Okay. I kind of kind of take that as maybe like I'm thinking of like my god solely is just Dumathoin maybe being okay with the sort of respect that I'm trying to show, that I'm not like at all showing loyalty to Lathander, that I'm just trying to be respectful, and I want to kind of take that as his sign that he's pretty okay with it.
All right. So that doesn't take too long to do. You're maybe there 15, 20 minutes, all said and done, by the time you've poked around and Lasdrada's gone through his bit of a ritual.
Okay. Are there multiple levels to this temple? Does it go
It may have had a second story while it was constructed, but it's basically burned to raft.
Is there a basement? Can we see any entrance like to maybe like a basement?
No. A temple to Lathander likely wouldn't have any underground bits.
Okay.
His temples are usually open, big windows and archways to let sunlight in, not dark places underground.
Fair enough. I turn to the group. What now? Do we go? What do you guys feel that we need to do? My respects here are complete for the most part, but if there's anything you guys need to do.
Here, no. I've been itching to play some more games. It's been a while. I'm sure there's a card game or something going on in one of those inns.
Oh boy. Is it gonna end up like the one like it did last time where you accused someone of something and it started a bar fight?
If everything goes well, yeah.
Because if so, I definitely want to see the outcome of our friend here stealing another bag of gold from someone's pocket without them noticing.
Yep. Hey, how do you think she's gonna keep up her arrow inventory if she doesn't get some money? Just borrow some money from people.
I mean,
that was the whole point of that. The whole point of the whole show was to make sure everybody else got some cash.
Very true.
You gotta know. Yeah. I was relying on, maybe that's a bad idea. You're right. Maybe it is a bad idea. We could just go and get drunk. We got time for that, right?
Do both. Also, would it really be bad to take it?
There were an inn and two taverns that you had seen. Teshford Arms was the inn that offers lodging for travelers, food and meals. Then there was the two drinking establishments, the Red Rock and the Broken Dagger. The Broken Dagger is really close to the Zent Barracks.
Oh, crap. You know what?
Too much trouble.
I just thought of something. We're really supposed to be like members of this force, and most of them, let's be honest, they seemingly have sticks implanted in various parts of their bodies. So I don't think we can really have a lot of fun here.
You want to look like the sheriff and his companion? I have the means to do so.
Well, That could be one option. But I think, if you think about it, if you get anyone buttered up with alcohol, they're going to go from being a stick in the mud to one of the biggest clowns in the city.
The Zen forests, for the most part, have been professional military. The locals are hunters, trappers, loggers, fishermen. You know, they're a bit more rough and tumble.
So we could always go to that Broken Dagger and fish around for some information.
It's very true.
Let's party.
There's got to be a criminal element in the city, and if I know my criminal elements, you know, considering where I came from, that would be a good place to go.
Yes, the criminal element right on the periodic table next to the element of surprise.
I'll have to watch you because I don't know.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, and to call Dagger Falls a city is a stretch.
Yeah, no, I was saying in general, that statement doesn't,
including the occupying force, there's maybe 800 people in this.
I thought you were going to say 8 people. I'm like, ooh.
No. So, yeah.
If that's the case, let's just take the city.
Yeah, if it was just 8 people, you could take over by now.
Do you I'll look to the others, because so far it's been Lestrada and I talking. It's like, would you guys want to... Is there anything you want to do here?
Party.
Includes causing them some havoc.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, Broken Dagger, I think, might be a good place to start. We'll see.
Wheeler, it's not a dagger, but a broken horn, kind of,
Yeah, there you go.
Turn
Yep,
on.
there we go. That's all the sign I need.
Yeah. As you approach the Broken Dagger, Colt, you know what a door looks like when it's been replaced and rehung several times as people have been thrown through it and broken. This door is a masterclass. Outside, you can hear the loud laughter and the slinging of drinks. You know, this place is a little bit, not what you expected from your previous conversation. It is loud. When you step inside, it's dark. There's a couple of windows high up, but they're not letting that much light in. There's a couple of candles and torches mounted high on the walls, which are providing most of the light. It's still mid-afternoon, but this place has those dark, shady corners in it. Roughly 30 to 40 people in here. Many of them are Zentarum soldiers, some in uniform, some not.
Are they dancing?
There's no dancing. There's a lot of drinking, a lot of gambling.
Anyone have an instrument? Let's get this party started.
There is no music here.
Well, it's not illegal.
Not that you're aware of.
Are you sure? This might be Footloose Town. No dancing, no music.
Dark, but it's dark and quiet, so it reminds me of a Hollister. So.
Hollister.
Looking around, you can see that a lot of the chairs and tables and such have been repaired more than once.
And the average patron's probably human, like the majority of everybody here.
Yeah, majority in town have been human. There's been a handful of half-orcs and a handful of half-elves. But for the most part, humans are predominant. No full elves. You've been the only halfling. Lestrada's the only dwarf seen.
That's okay. I'm used to it. Actually, no, I'm not. Help. I'm gonna sue you guys. I don't like this.
It's easy.
I'm
I got
just.
you, man.
Just stay with us, and if someone bumps into you, check your
Check my.
purse, check your pockets,
Okay.
but say nothing
Okay.
because they're probably trying to start something with you.
I was gonna say it's like I'll check my privilege as well if I need to, but I'll. I request that we get drinks, please. It's in my blood to be as drunk as possible in one of these situations.
Of course.
What's your favorite drink?
Okay.
Yeah. Grabbing an open table. It doesn't take long until someone comes over and takes brings you drinks. They didn't so much ask what you wanted, just how many of you wanted something. It looks like you've got ale and beef stew, and that's kind of what the menu is, top to bottom, left to right.
All right.
When it arrives, it's passable for beef stew. Like, it's not lacking in any quantity of beef and potatoes. It's nothing to write home about, but it's kind of like lumberjack food.
Well, it's not what we have in the mines, but it's definitely good enough for. What?
Don't be
What was-
rude.
Oh, that was
That was really scary. I'm not gonna lie.
We're trying to make friends.
I love like the sheer confusion from everybody else.
I was frightened. I'm like, what the fuck is
Beef
happening?
stew then. I was told not to be rude. I'll down it.
Nope, completely in character. We're here to smile at everyone and make friends.
Oh yes, okay.
I'm sorry,
You're right.
charisma's
Fair
my
enough.
thing, so shh, don't make fun of the food.
Oh right, sorry. Fair enough. My bad. I'm not good at this. My charisma's only a 10.
It's fine. Stick with me. Headlock.
I only have an 11 charisma, but I don't have enough intelligence to realize that.
Oh,
Yeah. As you're sitting there at the table, and it's just the five of you around on this round circular table. You notice that there's a small bag, corn purse, on the table next to Lyra.
Is it mine?
No, you don't recognize
round?
the.
Oh, I thought it was my turn.
Kick it in the floor. Don't do that.
Let's pull it into the center of the table and open it. See what's there.
It's a mix of coins, gold, silver, copper. All totaled, there's maybe 10 gold piece worth of coins in there.
And I will look at Volna. Did you borrow this on your way in?
no, didn't touch anybody.
That you know of.
Bile.
Nothing. Silent.
Wow, ignored.
We might want to either get this off the table or return it in. I have a feeling
the
that
strings, the strings to it have been cut.
Well, if that's the case,
put it in your pocket.
I'll split this later, and I just drop it into my pocket.
I'm gonna look at you absolutely astounded, but I'm not gonna say anything just because you're the only ones I know here, and I just have to roll with it.
Okay.
It wasn't me this time.
It's easy to explain, right? When you find something, there's always a reward. We're just taking our reward before we return it.
So you're
Okay.
you're like one of those people that steals someone's dog, and then after they put wanted posters for "Please find my dog," then you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I found it," and then you get the reward from them.
Kiana or whatever it was.
Okay, yeah, okay. So now might be a good time to tell you where I come from.
I know where you
Okay.
come from. You don't need to explain it to
waiting.
me. I know your background.
I don't.
Okay, it's very simple. I come from a place where all the halflings come from. It was all fun and games and everything, and I was bored to tears because I had nothing better to do. So I got a group of my friends together, and we found creative ways to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, creative ways to make money
Interpretive working.
don't work. That doesn't work well in a halfling community.
No.
At least not against your fellow halflings. So I eventually wound up in a place called Westgate. No, eventually ended up in a place called Westgate where
It's like
to
the
kind of
crappiest mall in Massachusetts.
Oh my
To
god,
get out
the
of-
Westgate.
to get out of some trouble, I ended up working at an inn and learning how to bounce. So
Bouncing?
Or
Wait, a halfling bouncer?
I
Hold the
need
fuck
somebody
on a
to use
minute.
it around all the time.
do you want
Sure
you,
you did.
you want me to show you? Point to the biggest guy in this room. I'll take him outside.
Oh no.
Glub glub over there in the corner.
Glub glub.
Colt gets. I'll get off the chair. I'll
Every
put
game is on.
my sleeves, and I'll walk over to the biggest guy in the room.
Let's see it.
Oh.
Shorty. Let's go, short stack.
Lick his butt.
There's a half orc at a table alone.
He's probably a sensitive fella. You're so rude.
I know.
Do
How
it.
dare you do this
Do
to
it.
him?
Yeah,
Like, what is your
he's got, like,
problem?
A double-sized bowl of stew in front of him, and the rest of the patrons are giving him wide.
What?
They're
berth,
giving
yeah.
him space. Yeah.
Oh.
Should I say, bet you can't fight my friend? Bet you
No.
can't fight my friend.
Please, no. Don't start anything.
Watching.
I'll buy you a drink if you can beat my friend's ass.
Is there a chair?
Ooh.
Is there a chair free right next to him?
Yeah.
Okay,
This is delightful.
I'll climb up in the chair, sit down, and I will
Don't eat
make
his soup.
aggressive eye contact with him.
Oh no.
This is really awkward.
I'm just
Look at
saying.
Aggressive eye contact.
A kitten
I
looking
am
up at an elephant.
I'm praying for you, and then I'm just gonna continue drinking.
Yeah, I'm just like chugging my drink at
So,
this point. Not.
You're just
I'm
gonna
gonna
go.
start
Yep.
bets with the guys around me.
So this is a
What?
wordless, intimidating stare.
Colt's gonna win.
Is that what I hear?
He's totally gonna win.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I will until he makes eye contact with me, and then I'll give him a real big smile.
Is there a betting pool? Because I kind of want to bet against you. No, not.
Let's go. How much?
Yeah.
I'm poor.
Go.
I'm poor.
It doesn't take him too long to look over at you, and he doesn't stop moving stew to mouth the entire time, but he looks at you as if you should know better.
Oh.
Okay, I got a deal for you. My friends over there don't think I could get you to leave this table and go outside. But I have this coin purse here, and I pull out the coin purse and I set it on the table. If I gave you that, would you just walk out? And then you can come right back in.
That's cheating. I want to fight.
Wait. Do we even hear any of this? Do we
I
even
don't think
hear
okay,
any of this
yeah,
going
Some
on?
people make him leave. That's true.
Now, with the amount of noise in this place, you're not hearing any of it.
Oh fuck yeah!
He reaches over, and the look he's giving you is that you can't quite tell if he trusts this or not as he's reaching out for the bag of coins.
I will make sure my tattoo shows.
He takes the bag of coins, pulls it in close to him. When you haven't moved or done anything, he picks up his bowl of stew, gets up, and walks out. All of this without a word.
Yep. And then I will get up. I will go back to my chair, and I'll sit down. I'll kick my feet up on the table, and I will look at them and go, and that is how you do it.
Do what?
Absolutely nothing. He just paid his way out of here.
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check on passing him the coin bag. See if anyone else saw that.
I'm actually quite skilled at that.
Rolls of
Wait,
one.
us?
No, that's a
Difficult.
15.
Okay.
I want to call you out on your
All right.
bullshit, but I couldn't.
No, just for the sense of openness, I did roll to see if the bag was his.
Oh no. Oh.
This is me right now, by the way.
So yeah, the big man, and when he stands up, he's even bigger than he looks sitting down. Walks out with bowl of stew, eating as he walks.
You see, the key to being an effective bouncer is to know when you need to hurt somebody or when you can convince them to leave with just the threat of you're going to hurt them.
Be
And
nice
I told him,
until it's time to not be nice.
yes, I told him very, very clearly that if he didn't get up and take his soup and leave, I would make sure that soup ended up in his lungs.
Can I make a check
Oh,
to
wait.
see if he's lying to us?
Same.
Sure.
And
give me
I
a check
didn't
for him.
see it?
Is that like an insight?
You didn't see the sleight of hand. You didn't see him pass the bag of coins.
Is that like insight
insight.
or?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And I
25.
believe you wholeheartedly.
I rolled a 20,
Nah.
so I got a 25.
Six. I am fucking stunned and believe you.
Meanwhile, me.
Next drink on me.
Do it.
Lasdrada and Volna, you know there has to be more to it than that. But you don't know why.
So I don't know why, but I'm gonna call bullshit on your thing there.
Okay. Point out the next guy.
Okay,
Wait, hold on.
let's do it.
Hold on. So you just told the guy to leave, and he left with his literal bowl of soup. I'm gonna actually get up and walk outside to see if I can still see that guy around.
Yeah, when you get up and leave, go out the door, and not more than 15 feet away, he's just kind of like sitting there on the ground eating his soup.
Like, I'm gonna approach him and say, what are you doing?
Enjoying stew.
Did my, I'm not gonna say my companion, but did that halfling, correct? I'm sorry. Is that
Yes,
what you are?
halfling is correct.
Yeah. Did that halfling demand you come out here and you listen to him?
Not exactly.
Cool, that's all I needed to know. And then I walk right back into the table and be like, I had a cool little conversation with your friend there.
Yep.
He called you out
And what
on
did
it.
he say?
He called you
What
out
did he
on
say?
it.
What did he say? I want to know, what did he say?
I'm not going to tell you what he said, but I know for a fact that you're lying.
No, because I never said I did anything but ask him to leave.
Alright.
I didn't
Alright.
demand.
Yeah.
I
You
didn't.
said you threatened him to shove his bowl of soup in his face. You literally
Oh,
just
yes.
said that.
Oh, did I?
Oh,
Oh.
Alright, guys. Let's get another drink.
yes.
I believe you. I believe you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I want to shake your hand. I'm super proud of you.
I'm gonna, like,
So, yeah,
on the
the-
side
the,
note,
uh,
drinks.
the staff here is great at keeping the drinks flowing. And they're not even charging that much for them.
Am I lit?
You're well on your way.
Am I
You're maybe
lit?
your second round of drinks when you hear yelling and arguing at the next table. And like as you're turning to figure out and just becoming aware of the situation, a punch is thrown.
Ooh.
At me?
No. From one person to the next table, two people to the next table.
I'm not betting on this one.
And Colt, you see this all happening in slow motion. Your bar senses are tingling. From the moment that man's fist goes into motion, like you can see people on the far side of the room starting to react, and the chain reaction of bar fight begins.
Okay, here you go, guys. I suggest at this point, every one of you exit now, unless you want to fight.
I'm gonna fucking dart out of the room. Listen, I didn't sign up for this. I just wanted drinks, and then I'm gonna dart. Slightly buzzed, so I might, like, slam into a table or two on the way out.
Her third drink ever, so she's just like, it's really cool.
I'm gonna go chill with the half-orc. We're gonna have lots of fun drinking soup.
So I'm gonna show them actually what I did for a living. There's this bar fight starts. I'm gonna actually start tossing people out of the bar.
Okay, so you're gonna start clearing bar.
Just start clearing the bar. That's what, go after the first guy that swings at me. If I can't get people to kind of back off or whatever, and I'm just gonna start tossing them out.
Okay. Is anyone else staying inside, or are you moving towards the door? You're
I'm
staying?
gonna leave as well.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have any part of this.
Wim?
Do anything?
I'm just gonna sit.
Yeah, Wim, your mic's doing that thing again.
Rules to fighting in a bar?
Are you staying or going? Stay?
You
Okay.
can stay, yeah.
Alright. Colt, give me a series of attack rolls. Let's call it 4 attack rolls to see how well this goes.
Okay.
Lyra, were you staying? Okay.
Just my proficiency and strength, or like
normal
full attack.
Yeah. Normal attack rolls.
Okay. So the first is a 23. The second is a 1, which I get to reroll, and that is then an 18. The third, that's 23, 18, 22, and 16.
All right. Now, you guys have seen Colt in action before, but you've never been able to really just sit back and observe as he goes into motion. It's a lot of things where he like taps the back of someone's knee and brings them down to his height, and then deals with them. It's a lot of using someone else's motion to get them going farther in a direction than they intended to go. He's more of a pivot point, and things like that. But he is effectively clearing space and pushing people out the door. Lyra, is there anything else you want to do in all of this chaos?
Find anything that's not tied down?
Give me a perception check.
Hold, please. So 15 on die plus 1, 16.
Okay.
My perception sucks.
Yeah, it's a wisdom-based skill. What you spot, there's the man behind the bar, who has an eye patch. He's the only one in here who doesn't seem to really be in action. Like, he's all but continuing to wipe down the bar while this happens. This is such a non-unusual event for him that he doesn't even change what he's doing. Everyone else, though, is participating or getting out of the way. If you wanted to explore, no one's paying attention to you at
I shall explore then.
what do you want to look for? What was your greatest interest here?
Any money, valuable items, suspicious documents, pretty much anything that's like that.
Okay, so you're just going to go full
Or
curiosity.
hidden rooms, whatever.
There is a door leading down into a cellar.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's explore by you. Come on.
While you're moving in that direction, Whim, what about you?
It's probably my second. First one was with when we flipped the table.
Yeah, your second
This
cult-related bar fight.
Like to it be. Okay. I would like.
What?
Yeah, we're getting maybe 1 out of every 4 words.
Just project. I think it's like not registering your voice.
This works for everybody.
At the current moment,
Maybe louder.
Alright, I'm about to start a GoFundMe to get you a new mic. Cause...
that is a new mic.
I think it's just the position. I think it's a little too far away from her mouth. Like,
Probably could just hear it out of one ear.
That
That
might
was
work.
very clear though.
Hey, well, hypnotic pattern.
Okay, so you want to throw up the disco ball.
I do.
Okay.
They're Saturday night's all right for fighting, so let's have a disco ball go up.
All right. Let me double check that real quick. You've used this spell more than I've seen anyone else ever use this spell.
here I go to
Look at
fail
the
this.
fucking handy, though.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to roll some saves for the patrons. Colt, I would like you to give me a roll.
I got a 1, so I get to re-roll that again.
Uh-huh.
And this time, that's a wisdom, right?
Yes, it is.
You
Okay.
have to beat.
That I have to beat what? 15? And I don't. I got a 14.
Luck for him, and I'll add a plus. I have to do a 1d4. 4 points.
Oh,
Read
you're
that.
using one of your freaky abilities?
Yes.
Level.
Okay.
Plus 3 to that.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's a 17.
Okay, then you're good. And
And that
Okay.
is now the
Alright.
third
Hang
one
on.
for the night.
Whim, I also need you to roll see if you surge.
Yes. A 15.
15 does not. Lyra, I don't want you to make the roll because your eyes are locked on your target. But I do want you to make a stealth check.
So don't roll it though?
Don't roll the saving throw because you're not looking at the hypnotic pattern.
Okay, cool. I'm like, I'm getting mixed signals here. 14. What am I rolling again?
Stealth.
19?
Okay.
Bless you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I thought I muted it. Fuck. Nope, I didn't.
Lyra, you make it to the basement door and slip down inside. It's dark down here. There's no lights on in the basement right now. Do you have a solution for that?
Good question. Does fire glow?
She does not.
let me see.
You can press the digitate a candle.
I was about to say, I was gonna read the
Yeah. That gives you a candle flame, which is enough for like a 10-foot dim light.
Okay. I dig it. So yeah, proceed
Alright.
down the stairs, see if there's anything.
First thing you see is barrels. You know, beer keg kind of stuff.
Boring.
It's cooler down here. Those are the things you expected to see. Give me an investigation.
I'm always in the middle today, apparently. So 15 plus 5 was a 20.
20.
Non-magic.
Your die rolls have been pretty good tonight. So
They're all in the middle, like 14, 15s.
no, middles would be 10s and 11s.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, that's the middle of a d20.
Rosie, are you okay?
I don't math. Okay.
You find a concealed door. It's not like a true like hidden door. It's like somebody just like moved some stuff up against it. An extra sheet, like a broken table's leaning up against this door.
Arcana?
Sure.
Magical? That's a 4. So, 9?
As far as you can tell, no.
Okay.
Moving the table aside and checking the door out is not a problem.
Okay.
When you get inside, this looks like it's a bunk room for maybe 4 to 5 people.
Like recently vacated or inhabited?
It doesn't look like it's been in use within the last
Haven't
day
you
or
frozen,
two.
I think.
Oh, am I?
Actually, everyone's frozen.
No, I think it's just you that's frozen, according to me.
Yeah,
Yep.
according to my thing, you're frozen
Yeah.
with a very sassy look, but that's... Oh.
Oh.
Bye.
Okay.
I said fairy fire again.
Alright, so she'll be back. Up in the tavern, the disco ball goes off. And Colt, about 3/4 of the people in the room just kind of do that glazed over look that you've seen so far. You've seen a couple of times already. Which makes it way easier to have your way with them.
Everybody.
When you move them, you can, when you move them when they're in next state, it breaks them out of the condition. But you can put them anywhere you want like that.
Oh, hey,
You're
what's
back.
going on?
Excellent. You froze. I moved up to the tavern room. We'll be back down to you in a minute.
Okay.
So I will literally start throwing people out the front door as best I can.
Sure. You're not going to get too much resistance to that right now because the few people that are active are staying away from you. They're seeing what you can do and don't want any part of that.
But what I would want to do though is when I get them like out the door, I want to make sure Lestrada and Volna and all them can actually see me tossing these people out, so they get a clear image of exactly what I do when I'm not bullshitting.
Ooh, you're giving me the vapors.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys get to see Colt at work.
I'll just...
For those out on the street, I'd like the both of you to make perception rolls.
Okay. Oh, it's cocked. That is going to be a
15.
9.
Okay. Volna, when you're over here like, as people like talking, trying to figure out what the hell went on. It sounds like all of
Derek,
this.
are you doing something weird?
Oh yeah,
What
because
did you do, Derek? You had one job.
Yeah, Derek.
It seems like all this started over a lost coin purse.
Oh.
Interesting.
Rozzy, are you coming back, or are you just squares? Oh.
I think we only get the squares when she's coming back.
Oh, okay. She's trying to come back.
Yeah, she fought through a
And-
power outage to get online once, so I'm not worried about her trying to get...
No.
Yeah, she was literally playing by candlelight on that one guest.
From her phone,
Yes,
yeah,
I
that was
remember.
Yeah,
so
from her
funny.
phone.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Welcome back again. Is this Derek's fault? You're muted.
You're still muted.
Yeah, Rozzy, no sound.
Oh
no.
Hi, Rozzy.
Still muted.
Nothing.
I feel your
Oh.
pain.
I'd like to tell you about all the amazing things that you find down in that room. I'd like to get your reaction. Watching her animated expressions is almost as good as hearing her.
This should just be the stream. This should be the stream tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Merciful.
Anything now?
oh,
You
she
can hear
okay,
us.
Yeah.
Okay, but we can't hear you.
Did you?
Hello.
Strangely, I heard that.
No,
Did
that
you?
was me. That was me saying hello.
Did
No.
you mute your actual headphones? Do they have an option?
Yeah, do they have an on-off switch?
Hello.
Hi.
There we go.
Hey!
I hate my life.
I was gonna say, like, is this Derek's fault? Like,
To the party, pal.
I literally hate my life.
The internet is probably Derek's fault, but the headphones all hurt.
Welcome to the
Good call,
awesomeness.
whoever said unplug it and plug it back in. Thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
so, yeah, Volna, you hear all this likely started over a lost coin.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
Can I like listen a little bit closer to see if anybody like knows anything more about the coin purse?
What color was it?
All you know is that it was cut. So, you had actual cut purse action going on.
Well, they should have had a chain.
Hmm.
North of the casino, it was somebody cut it and took the wallet off of a.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah. Fun fact. Go on.
That's why those chains turn into weapons at any other place. Lyra, down in the basement, what you've got here, it looks like it's a bunk room for, it could comfortably fit 4 to 5 people.
Mhm.
It wouldn't be luxurious, but if you were smuggling people and needed to hold them over for some period of time, this would be kind of how you do that.
I see. Does it appear that it has been inhabited recently?
Not within the last couple of days. There's not much in the way of like cobwebs or dirt and debris, but
So
nothing.
recent
That's,
enough, but
yeah.
so anything interesting left behind, like a note, anything with the name on it, or anything like that, or any drawings on the wall? Nothing.
It's pretty utilitarian. It doesn't look like it was original construction. It looks like it was something that was added. Like somebody dug extra basement and then finished it off in this fashion. Like the wood planks are newer than they were out in the regular basement.
Alright. Alright. I'll sneak my way back up then, if there's nothing else of note. Should I do another Arcana check just to be safe?
No, you're fine.
Alright, cool.
Although, are you putting things back the way you found them?
Yes, as much as possible.
Yeah, give me
Put some
a
dust on there.
d20 roll to see how well you do that. What do you think that would involve a skill that you have?
Survival, maybe?
Sure, make it a survival roll.
It still only gets me an 8.
Okay. Yeah, you're confident in your work, but you don't know.
Alright, cool. I'll squeak my way back up the stairs.
Sure. Give me a second stealth check.
Damn it. Much better than the last one. So, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18.
Alright. Disco ball's still going live. You know enough of it to not look at it.
I'm just gonna go back to my drink and dance a little.
So yeah, you're back at the table next to Wim.
But
Wim,
first, you'd have some beats
Dancing.
going.
Yeah.
I would have
As-
some beats going with thaumaturgy, like with the light. You have to
dig
do it.
it.
You know, that's fine. Sure, if I can do it.
I
the
like your
system
style.
is down.
Ah, no! Scream is for you to hear me. Is what you're saying.
No. It was a joke. Homestar Runner. We did not install the light switch, so you can have a light switch rave. I'm so glad the cheat is not there. Anyway,
I'm gonna dance with Wim.
yeah, Homestar Runner. Look it up, kids.
Never heard of it.
I know. What do they teach you in school these days?
Nothing.
Don't know anything about Trogdor the Burninator.
Burninating the people. Alright.
Y'all are.
At least that reference I get.
House music is happening with that light. It's
I
great.
know.
memes. Yeah, memes
Wim.
older than the children. So yeah, three of you. What are you guys
Are
doing
jamming.
after? Yeah, you're jamming. All right. Place is cleared out.
I'm
The,
gonna.
guy
I'm
behind
pretty-
the bar with the eye patch finally puts down his rag and walks over to you guys and is like, "What is all of this?"
What are you trafficking in the basement?
Oh.
Paul.
Or should I say,
That was so bold.
Yeah. He's
I
like,
just give him my best smile.
he's like,
Simple.
visibly stunned from that immediately, and was like,
Simple.
the basement is absolutely none of your business.
Oh, but it is.
I think she asked you a question, so I think you might want to answer it. And if you don't, you already saw me throw a bunch of people out. You'll be next. And there's a Zent jail cell waiting for you.
I hope in unison we all show off our tattoos that we don't even fucking want.
Yo, check this out. I hate
I'm still doing
it.
that.
Still dancing.
Who do you take your orders from?
Me.
My dick.
As in, like, I take my orders for myself.
My dick.
Shark Tank, but he's not here. So me.
Who do you think we take our orders from?
No, you don't do that question with a question answer thing.
Yeah, actually we do, because I could give you that answer, but then you might go and disrupt my little stay here, and I'm going to be very pissed off if my stay here is disrupted before I get what I'm looking for.
Ooh.
Look, no one's trying to rat on you about whatever you got going on. We just need information.
What information?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't like the ruling class here at this moment. I think this town belongs to someone else. And I think the way you're acting, you know it belongs to someone else, and you have information. My friend found something. It's just us in here right now. So just answer the question, and we'll make it worth your while.
Who are you smuggling out of here or into here?
I don't think you have even the slightest clue what you're getting into.
That's okay. Because we really don't have any other options other than to figure that out.
I mean, do you
So,
think
talk to us. Grab a drink. Let's do it.
people that we have a lot on the list?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Please,
things we had
for
to deal
words.
with. We just got kicked out for attempting to assassinate someone. Okay,
Being
that's the
compelled.
first
We
thing.
succeeded, by the way. Yes.
The king.
Which king?
Not the Witch King.
Well,
Some fucking king.
Wow.
I don't
he
even know.
really needed a rope.
The king of
Don't tell
some
him.
country.
The king that does. Oh,
It might
I'm not
have
even
been
in there.
Cormier.
So
I don't even know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Cormier.
Sorry.
No.
My bad.
Okay.
And
Told him too much.
what's with the tattoos then? That's
We
not.
don't know.
Oh, it's very simple. Everyone on this list is our enemy. As my friend Wim said here, it's a long list of people we're going to deal with.
Part of it.
Are you on this list?
No.
And I have a couple ways to go about it.
Yep.
Ew.
Can I have another drink?
His demeanor changes. He relaxes a little bit. I have nothing to do with whatever that is.
Just down there,
Okay,
what's
but
going
can you
on?
tell us your entire life story so we can get some information so we can fix
So-
our life story?
So one question.
It's never ending,
you-
really.
Do you work with the previous governor?
Governor.
No.
Not at all. Never.
Not at all.
So one could say you don't like him.
No.
Okay. I
He's a
appreciate that.
terrorist and a thug.
Oh.
Are you him?
Are you? Are you the governor?
Courtesy out of formality.
Oh man.
That would be a genius plan. Hide right under their nose.
I won't even
Right?
dignify that with a response. Which I just did
I
by
mean, we
telling you I
probably
wouldn't
have an
respond.
end. I don't know.
Okay, who are you smuggling and why?
That room is for friends when they visit.
Ooh, he's got.
So I take it-
friends.
Like college friends, grade school. You know, when you were 5.
Give me
camp
give
friends.
me an insight check.
Everyone?
Oh, the three of you that are there.
We're outside having a party with the orc.
Having a
Yeah.
party.
21.
8.
Yeah. Colt, he's feeding you pure bullshit, and he knows it, and he's not trying to hide it.
Yeah. So we tried to
You
do
did
this
that?
nicely. We tried to do this nicely, and you just want to tell us a bunch of bull. So I'm gonna be very, very clear with you right now. If you work for the Zent, I'm gonna spread you across your bar by the time the day is over.
Fucking charm person.
What's the
Been nice
save?
at first, guys.
Fucking dumb.
What's the save DC on that? Doesn't matter. You rolled a 2.
15.
Yeah, you've got him.
Hey, honey. Tell us everything.
Where would you like me to start?
The beginning. Just go on.
Um,
Plot.
let's pause here for half a second, though. The two of you that are outside, when people stop flying through the door, what are you going to be doing? Volna. Jess, did you finish?
Yes.
What?
When people stop flying out the door and things get quiet inside, what would you like to do with that?
I'll step back inside.
Okay. Lestrada, are you going in with her as well?
Yeah, I'll go inside.
Okay.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Yeah, you see the scene you see inside is Colt, Wim, and Lyra sitting at a table talking to the guy who was behind the bar before. No one else is left in here. Just the three of them having polite conversation. So where would you like me to start?
The beginning.
The beginning. My childhood?
No. The recent happenings in town.
Okay. I grew up here. This is my home. About 20 years ago, the Zentarum moved in. It was subtle at first. They just started guarding caravans and such. No big deal. Eventually, their numbers grew and grew and grew, and they pushed out the previous administration. By the time they knew what was going on, there were more Zen soldiers around than the militia could handle. So Randall Dorn took to the trees and left. He's been running a bandit campaign against the occupation ever since.
Okay.
So do you have your visitors from them? Do they come hang out downstairs for a while for further information?
They come to town when they have work to do.
So you could get a message to him for us.
To Randall Dorn? Absolutely not. If I knew where he was, we'd kill him.
Down below.
Yo ho, yo ho.
You say Randall Dorn?
Randall Morn.
Oh, more. I thought it was...
Wait, yeah. Yeah, Morn. Randall
Morn.
Randall Dorn is a Space Marine Primarch.
Is a what now?
Above your pay grade. The friends of mine who use the room downstairs are agents of Manchun, not working with Randall Dorn.
Ah. Yeah. So, well, we got to deal with him too, or at least talk to him. He wants us to do something for him.
Manchun? He's got nothing to do with whatever that is. That sounds like that looks like Fazul's bullshit.
This is like this point in Star Wars where I get confused because of politics. I'm just like, okay.
Okay.
I'm just breathing and existing.
Yeah.
So you would rather have the Zens here?
Absolutely. They've been good to me.
In what ways?
I feel like you're a bad man.
I don't make those judgments.
Would the
Doing
Zens
what?
appreciate knowing that you have your visitors?
My visitors are Zen.
Does Manchun want?
Control.
This is rustling my jimmies.
Look,
I mean, that's very vague. Or at least the people that come to you, what do they want?
I'm gonna be straight with you here. The power structure of the Zentarum is not as unified as it looks from the outside.
Oh.
Fazul, Manchun, a handful of the other power players all have to share control over the organization.
And nobody wants to share control.
Would you? There's a lot of power to be had here if you can control the organization completely.
To increase the rank?
I didn't get any of that.
It's your rank.
I'm happy with my station in the organization. But I get to enjoy the perks of playing both sides of this coin. I'm loyal to I take orders from the sheriff. He's one of Fazul's boys. But I keep Manchun informed about what he's doing, making sure nothing gets in the way. I know it's complicated.
It
The
sounds
faults of the
it.
sheriff.
The sheriff? He's an idiot.
But he seems
That-
so serious.
Yeah. Yeah, he learned most of his soldiering out of a book.
Oh.
I don't think he's ever...
I know
yeah,
most of my alchemy have a book.
Well, that's
I
one
don't-
thing.
I don't think he's ever seen a battlefield before the crows got there.
Goodness gracious. Maybe he needs to be put in the field. Says-
Nah. If we wanted him dead, we could kill him, no problem. It's better to have a fool you know than someone come in who's competent and starts causing different problems.
Would you ever want that position?
No. That's too open, too much work.
I mean, it looks like all he does is just stay inside and angrily say hello to people, so you'd be
Yeah,
perfect
he's
for the job.
His scribe, the guy who follows him around, his secretary, always writing notes.
He's an administrator. He makes sure the payroll is paid, the patrol routes are done. We're never going to track down Randall Moore with his leadership. But we're not going to be any less efficient in what we need Dagger Falls for. This is just...
Is Dagger Falls needed for?
It's the first stable point on our trade route to the west. Any of the goods that you can't push through Cormyr have to go around it through the Stone Land. So
And if-
things will come out of Zenel Keep on the river, pass through Dagger Falls, head west through the Stone Lands. Eventually they get to the Sword Coast.
And as long as you control that, it's a more direct route to get what you need, right? That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
theoretically going through Cormyr would be a more direct route, but there's a
more-
lot of things you can't transport through Cormyr. A lot of profitable things.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, though. It's the most direct route you have without the complications. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And there's a southern route through, but who the fuck wants to deal with Westgate?
Word.
No,
Yeah.
their shops are awful.
Uh,
And on
well, the Fire Knives did for a short while.
Are you friends with them?
No. They're and I know the irony saying this as a member of the Zentarum, but those guys are religious zealots.
You're not into the whole holier than thou thing.
Well,
That's Fazul's game, not mine.
we can tell you something interesting. One of their leaders, Radatha.
Not by name, but what do you know about the fire knives?
Well, they're not around, or some of them are not around anymore.
What happened to it?
Huh. They died.
They got in our way. We have a job to
Interesting.
do too.
We sent them to our friend.
Took care of some of them.
What's his name again? Bob?
Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan. We fed him the
Happy
hat.
Hogan.
Bob. Listen, Bob.
Hey, what about Bob? That was a great movie.
According to D&D Beyond statistics, Bob is the most popular character name.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lack of imagination 101. Here I am.
Placeholder 101.
True.
But, good sir, the biggest question is...
The biggest question was caught off by your mic.
You were clear right up till the
Yep.
end.
Ah.
Awesome! Sorry.
No, you're good. Don't worry
Is-
about it.
Nope. Question's
We-
not coming through.
We
Like,
can't hear you now.
no.
Wow,
It
you're
was dramatic pause. That's what I said.
Okay.
Is the eye patch real?
He lifts it up, and there's like a gaping hole where his eye used to be.
Oh, sick.
Tattoo.
Is it a tattoo? Did you
No, it was a fight with orcs a couple of years ago.
Dear.
I lost my eye to tattooing the eyeball. That would suck.
So you're saying the fire knives have been eliminated?
Well, I can't speak for all of them.
just some of them.
I can say for sure some of them are no longer around and no longer causing a problem for us or you or anybody else.
That is interesting news.
Hi.
Well, it's interesting, but does it affect you in any way, shape, or form?
Not directly, but I know people that would want to know.
I wouldn't say tell people, because you don't want to indirectly tell falsehoods that all of them are gone. Just say that a good portion, maybe like one.
I know how to verify rumors and find out. That. I'm good. Don't worry about that.
This guy's a
Real good
threat.
guys.
We should conspire against him. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
That response a little bit.
Yeah, listen. We're gonna stay. We're not going to our barracks tonight. We're gonna stay near this shady dude.
Oh no, I wouldn't go near the barracks at all tonight.
Hi.
What? Well, you just beat the shit out of half the garrison.
Oh, I just made them dance a little bit.
So there go our plans for staying somewhere nice.
Well, this guy just started kicking their knees out from under them. They're not going to forget that.
Oh,
If
minority.
if you guys are smart, you'd be out on the other side of the wall before nightfall.
Colt.
Hey. It's very simple. I ask people politely to leave, and at least one of them did politely leave, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't part of the people that were letting us stay here.
But he did leave with the evidence of the fight, or that caused the fight, didn't he?
Oh,
You
God.
punched a lot of people.
And I'll punch some more before the day's through, I'm sure.
Oh, goodness.
Well, according to your furniture, you usually have to repair this a lot. So we kind of did you a favor.
No.
Reparo, motherfucker.
Mending. You have mending? I don't have mending.
Look, I don't want to say anything out of turn to friends like you guys, but you did not do me any favors tonight.
Broken furniture?
Well, your insurance rates won't go up, so I guess that's one thing.
because if somebody comes into my shop and things get broken,
Does-
you have
does
to.
it-
There's a
yeah.
big premium.
The Zentarum thrives on corruption, but institutionalized insurance scams are just too far.
Okay, so we get it. So the longer we stay here talking to you, the less money you're going to earn for today.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
Not the obliviate,
So
this
I'm not-
motherfucker.
I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm just saying that, you guys are costing me money right now.
Okay.
Here's a fucking penny for your trouble.
Well, I don't want to sleep in the woods.
Kidding.
Yeah.
I'm playing with you.
I don't want to sleep in the woods. And are we at the place that actually does have like places where you can sleep, or is this one of the ones that isn't like?
Well,
this is
The only place to sleep here would be the hidden room underground.
I call dibs on the bed.
I mean, I
don't
could. You could stay down there if you wanted, but you're just gonna have the same problem tomorrow night. I mean, you're gonna have to get out of town sometime.
yeah. I don't think we want to stay here anyway. No offense, but you're right. I did give a few people a wake up call, so I need to go finish what I started.
What?
And I gotta talk to the sheriff and explain exactly why I did that, because he's gonna want to know, right?
I wouldn't say
I'm
anything.
sure he'll have questions.
Oh no.
You may want to alert him to a good friend that he has here at this.
You want me to put in a good word for you?
No.
Put in
Why
a
don't you
good word
just-
for you.
I want you to just tell the truth that a fight broke out and we dealt with the fight.
Well, yeah. I got no problem repeating that.
And I'll take the rest of the responsibility, because you're right. I did throw a bunch of people out.
Sure. That's plausible.
And I will step out the front door and let you guys continue to talk to him if you want.
No. Yeah, I mean, it was charmed, but I want to insight check him and see if he to us, but
Give me an Arcana check.
Who? Everyone? Just this
Wim or Lyra?
Or both?
I have 22. 22.
Yep. And wait, I got your 22.
24.
Okay. This guy is being very agreeable right now because he's under the influence of a charm person spell.
Tickles
In approximately 8 hours, that spell will end. And he's going to know that he was charmed.
And?
And then he'll be able to act any way he wishes, knowing he had been charmed.
So he's probably gonna come after us.
His cooperation
Kill
has
him?
a time. Yeah, his cooperation has a time.
Do we kill him?
Okay.
Does anyone have anything like mind controlling?
Well, we could probably tie him up and leave him in his guest bedroom down the basement.
The biggest, darkest secret that you know.
For the next 8 hours, you can have him do things for you.
Oh.
I was right.
Right. The spell, charm person lasts for 8 hours. So until that spell
Then
ends,
boo.
I think it's 8 hours.
Can he give us a big old kiss?
Sorry, 1 hour.
No
1
one's
hour.
Sheriff.
raping
Have him
him.
make out with the sheriff.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the next 1 hour.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah, suggestion is the one that lasts 8 hours.
How do I get that?
It's a different spell.
Swim though.
Okay.
It gives
Let's lock him in the base.
charm person gives you a friend for an hour. Suggestion lets you give someone a command they will follow for 8 hours. But they kind of can resist and subvert it. Charm person's a little bit more broad. Different tools for different problems.
Before this wears off, I just want to say I'm very sorry, but your personality wasn't in line with what we were looking for. I hope you have a good life.
Yeah,
Please don't be angry. That is all.
you need to fix your attitude.
And I guess I'll think that over.
Ponder it. Please don't be angry.
What is your name, good sir?
Oh, we probably should have led with that.
Well, thank you.
Tharwin One Eye is what everyone calls me. I know,
Well,
original, huh?
Name?
Tharwin One Eye. I'm no stabbing McCutthroat, but you know,
Do you like cats?
cats are fine.
You're a good person. I like you. If I bring you a kitten, will you not hate me later?
I mean, I don't need a cat. I don't dislike them either.
I could do that. And for a hot second,
So, we're good?
We good.
I
We'll leave you to your night, good sir.
Colt, when you went outside, there's a bit of a crowd. Most of the people you tossed aren't here right now, but everyone knows something went down, so some of the other locals are milling about. What is it you're looking for first?
Me? I'm
Yeah.
just standing out there waiting for them. If someone
Okay.
comes to give me, I'm just gonna stand out there, kind of lean up against the door, kind of.
Okay.
If people start giving me the dead eye, I'm gonna flex a little and show them that I'm ready to continue if they need to.
Damn, you're stealing my moves. Like,
Fair enough. Yeah, no one's coming up to that door while you're standing there. So, are you all leaving?
I'm gonna throw some Westgate gang signs.
welcome to the Westgate Mall. No, I'm gonna leave as well. I don't feel.
Lauren, try like moving your mic closer.
Fudge, can you hear me? I'm
Yeah.
just
Now I
scream.
can.
Just put it in your mouth. Let.
Ah!
Duct tape it to your face.
Is that
Not
better?
really.
Yeah, I
There's
can
a
hear you.
moment.
Not any wanted signs for this Randall guy, right?
Yeah, there have been wanted posters a couple of places.
Did I get an idea of what he looks like?
You can get an idea of what a sketch of him looks like.
Because this guy's so friendly with us, and he was a little weird, and I feel like he's gonna do something to us. I want to cast disguise self on him to look like Randall.
So let's see.
Because I didn't like some of his answers.
You can only use that on yourself.
By myself? Ah, poo!
Yeah, it's self only.
Mm.
And
So-
in addition to that, you'd have a hard time creating a realistic. Like you might be able to get someone who looks like a brother.
You get him to look like a cartoon. He'd be a sketch.
Hi, I'm Stickman
I would
McGee.
hope somebody's drunk enough that's coming back into this bar, but no.
This is the second time Derek's reminded me of the illusionist character I want to do, who just speaks with like illusion thought bubbles.
Oh my god, he's like his name is like Stick Person McGee.
So as soon as
Like
Lestrada
King
comes
Cobra.
out, I'll look up look at him seriously, and I'll go. Do I need to go in there and position this guy closer to his maker?
Honestly, I don't think so. To be perfectly honest, I really don't know. I think everything is handled. But I think for the most part, we're good. I just wanted to stay out here with you because I felt I contributed absolutely nothing, so I'm just gonna maybe be helpful out here with you.
Yeah. Well, look at all these people, right? Half of them, if they had a chance, they'd want to come kick my ass, right?
Look at this, just a bunch of guys being dudes, right?
Yeah. It's funny. I'm like the smallest guy here, and they all want a piece of me.
I mean,
But
you
you know,
did
they
start
can have
some
that
shit, so that's kind of on
Yeah.
you. But I agree. I mean, might as well have two small people around to better the odds, right?
Alright.
So let's just wait for the others and
Small,
see what they
shouldn't
want.
be.
So, when the five of you are all outside again, where do you want to go from here?
Well, our sleeping quarters have been compromised, so probably not there.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So,
Well, maybe we should make our way out to the woods and commune with nature and start looking for this Randall fellow.
I'm okay with that, I guess.
Alright, so, you left your horses in gear. They all were taken in by the stable hands near the garrison. It's not like an actual, like, you didn't take them to the garrison. They're not like under lock and key, but the stables are near the garrison. The garrison's not that far from here either. The bar is near there.
So
We should probably,
let's go.
yeah, grab
Yeah.
our shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go. But let's like be casual about it.
Okay. Stops you. You get a couple of stink eyes as you're gathering your stuff and leaving town. But no one should be back. No one really gets in your way. You can collect your horses and leave town. Where do you, when you leave? How do you want to? Where do you want to spend the night?
I'm assuming the
down
woods
where
really.
the
Yeah, just kind of like a general layout of the terrain here. You've got the river, which is flowing from west to east. River's maybe 20, 30 feet wide at most places. And you can lead your horses across it more places than not. At least this time of year you can. To the north, the terrain gets a bit more mountainous, which would be no problem. Lasdrada knows his way around a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
The south of here, things get more forested. Again, no problems. Volna knows her way around a forest.
So we have two possible options, which we have advantage to: the mountains and the forest. Which one do you prefer? Or do you guys have a better idea to do that?
He said, the gentleman said that Randall took to the trees. I know that's an expression, but
Yeah, it was mostly just turn of phrase.
yeah, I know that's an expression, but why not try the forest?
apps of where he was known to be.
The attacks mostly happened where the Zents were. So most of them were along the trade route or the supply line back to Zental Keep, things like that. What you gathered from that is that the Zents themselves didn't stray too far from the town.
From where the attacks were, where they could have possibly originated, if I was to like super math stuff in my head.
There's not enough information to draw that.
Never mind.
Well, here's a good question: is the forested area closer towards like? I assume Zental Keep is like Daggerdale's here.
I think.
Zental or Dagger Falls is here, and Zental Keep's way like to the east.
Yeah, from where you're at now, it's weird because I was checking out maps before the stream, and depending on which edition's map you look at, things moved around a little bit. Literally, continents shifted between editions. Directly to the east is Shadowdale. You have to curve under to the south of the edge of the Cormantor Forest to get to Shadowdale. To the north of the forest is the road to Flan and Zental Keep.
And we want to go to...
Yeah, Flan, Ulash, Zental Keep, that entire Moon Sea area is north of the Cormantor Forest.
We do need to go to Ulash eventually. And we do need to go to Shadowdale to see Elminster. If we move towards the forest in an attempt to look for Randall, that would be we'd be closer in line towards going to those places or further.
The forest to the east blends into the Cormantor. That's the Elven Forest. Randall Mourn's not there.
He'd be more in the mountains.
The elves wouldn't have allowed that. Volna can speak truth on that. If you're kind of planning your path after here, you mentioned Shadowdale. Shadowdale is closer than Zental Keep or Eula. And from Shadowdale, you can still get to where you're going without having to deal with too much forest in the way. If you're looking at the local area, the local forest, this is more of like a hilly pine forest versus Cormanthor, which is old growth hardwood.
And you're comfortable in the mountains?
As far as I know, mountains are my thing. I love them, and I can guide us safely through them.
If you were... What do you think? If you were trying to run a guerrilla campaign against this group of people, you'd want to stay close but hidden?
This is the first time I've ever heard of that, but I could assume yes, probably. And if anything, the mountains are a great place to hide.
Yeah, Volna.
Yes.
You've had a lot more experience with that sort of thing. Why don't you give me a history check in substitution for your military knowledge?
Okay. Come on, computer. Why? Please. Be my friend. There we go.
Technology being useful?
Say history.
Yeah. Or survival if you've got that better.
Yeah, but better survival. +11 + 2 is 12. 13. 13, I can count.
You don't have too much experience with pine forest. But what you do know about it is it's hard country to live in. There's a lot of trees, but not a lot of food. Mountains are going to make that even more extreme.
Yeah.
But throughout the Dales, you've got valleys that are large enough to hold a farm or two. So if you're moving around between those valleys, the mountainous area is probably a little bit better than the pine forest.
Okay. I'm going to explain that to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So let's check the mountains. Okay, well, so is there a way for us to go up and check the mountains? Well, a direct way, because I know we could do this, but is there a way that we could go up through the mountains and then back down to Shadowdale after, in a
Yeah,
somewhat direct path?
yeah. If you think about it, like, tonight, this one night, you go up into the hill, camp there for the night, and make your plan from there. Yes, easily.
So what I think might be a thing is if we go out there, we kind of don't really hide being anywhere and see if we get some contact from other people while we're up there. Do a few things and then maybe look around a little bit, but then head towards Shadowdale. How does that sound to everybody?
I'm on board with that.
Heading toward Shadowdale before, so
Alright. So one of the ways you could do that would be to light a campfire. If you light that in an open spot, you'll be able to see that for miles. And if someone's looking for you, that would be the easiest way to find.
they make too many friends in the last place. I don't want them to easily find us.
Yeah, but we do want other people that might be outside of the city to find us.
That's
Or at
very
least we're
true.
hoping to
Yeah.
contact them. And if they see someone who's stupid enough to have an open flame, they might come down and see what's going on. That's what I think. I mean, we'll have to be a little more careful, but it might help. I can understand your concern, though.
So a night in the mountains.
Sounds fair enough.
Right. Looking at the time, I don't want to start any other bit before we run too late. So I think this campsite in the mountains is a good place to stop. We figured out quite a bit more about what's going on in Dagger Falls, some more information about the Zentarum and how they're working. So that's a bit more stuff to chew on.
And I thought of something outside of the thing. We probably should have just told the sheriff that our friend there was working with the other guy, because that would have caused some internal strife.
Could have done that as we were leaving the city. Looks
And
like,
we
and I could have done a message
Yeah.
to do that.
Message spells, which you were thinking about using?
120 feet, but if we
Yeah.
had this conversation, into the other guy to make sure he was kind of connected. So
Yeah, range on that would be a problem now, but so
better to ask.
yep, we'll camp out there for the night.
Yeah.
We'll start back here next week. We'll see how things go. Yeah. In the meantime, we'll be back tomorrow night for our Dungeon of the Mad Mage game. Nick, are you going to be with us tomorrow night, or are you still up in the air on that?
I actually should be with you tomorrow night. I moved around a couple things, so it should be good.
Excellent. Until then, Evil Sales Ass on Twitter is where you can track me down. We do have a Discord set up for the Carpe Nerdus games. Someone hopefully has a link to that handy, because I don't.
Yep, and we also have the link right below the
Yep.
stream here on the bottom as well to make it easier for people. It's always available.
Perfect.
Yes.
We do some public discussion there. More to come as we branch out into other games another night. I really should double down on convincing Nick to DM a game.
Yeah, you should.
I would love to. I just need to I would like to get your help, though, in trying to get something together. Like, collaborate a little bit.
Sure. We can work that out. I'm going to pass things off to Nick, because we're already talking about you.
Yep, so you can find me at BlueR94YT on Twitter. You can also find me on the Carpe Nerdus page. We have the Instagram up. I just need to change the icon. But other than that, I'll just be discussing me frantically trying to find a job to which no one wants to hire me. So, but other than that, I'll move that over to Jess.
Hi. You can find me at Sweet Nine Tails, Twitter, Instagram, and occasionally Twitch. I actually won't be here next Sunday. I have a convention.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
Have
in
fun.
theory,
Yay.
I shouldn't be here. I don't know when I'm coming back. But probably I'll either just be getting home or getting home just after.
All right, I'll put you
Where are
down
you
as
going?
a definite maybe.
I'm going to Connecticut in Connecticut. So I've been trying to truck along and finish cosplay stuff. Except I've been working for a week and a half straight at this point.
Oh,
Or, no, it's a week straight tomorrow. And then by the time I leave, it's a week and a half. And doing cosmetic resets. So I'm,
Yeah, the holiday last week blew my schedule all down.
yeah. But I am going to pass it to Lauren.
Hello. Can you hear me? That's the question. I don't think
Yes.
anyone hears me.
Yeah, we
At
can
this
hear
very
you.
moment, we can.
Oh,
It's,
Hi.
it's funny when you ask us if we can hear you, we can, and then immediately after we can.
shit Verizon commercial. Splintering. I don't do anything. I just retweet horror movies and things, or whatever you call them. That's pretty much all I do. Other than that, I think I'm cool and awesome, and I
We all
will
do.
go over to. I don't think he said anything yet.
We
One,
assume
two.
we assume you're pointing to Derek.
Yeah. Oh, fudge.
That's the disposable idiot on Twitter. Been working on a few things. Still debating my own stream, and probably I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn yet, but I'm gonna talk to Kevin and stuff, and we'll see if it might be a possibility for this channel. I don't want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to jump on anybody's. Step on anybody's feet or jump on anybody's game without bringing something to it.
Nope, I'm
No.
happy and on board with that plan.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
This channel is open use for any of you guys. If you want to do something, feel free. We're totally okay with that.
So we'll see it, and I've got to still get a.
Rosie is muted, but I
Some
think she
stuff
just
about
requested to have a stream of her
She's
playing.
maniacally planning things.
Yes. But
Sorry.
that's all there is to me.
I want to have tea with my cat on video.
Oh my god, do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
Dude.
it's Twitch. People will watch it. Some
I
guy
don't
fell.
know.
Some guy fell asleep and ended up with 150,000 people watching it.
That's hilarious.
That actually
me.
that actually goes against their terms and conditions
Yeah,
now. Apparently.
You cannot. Yeah, it was against the terms and service before because it wasn't the first time it happened.
Yeah.
I
So-
want to sleep
Creepy?
on
Yeah,
Twitch.
true, but
So what? I'm gonna pass that off. There's not much else I gotta say today. So Rosie, you're up.
Hi, Cinder Wizard, Twitter, Instagram. That's about it.
Okay, fair
You
enough.
like books? Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. Was amazing.
oh, I
Same.
just saw your review. I can't read it. That'll be fun.
I need to write the review. I just rated it as of right now because I'm still contemplating. That good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
This because I would totally do that.
But yeah, other
Thanks,
than
good
that,
stuff.
yeah, just keep if you want to check in on that and other things, just follow us on Twitter. Like I said, you can find our links and all of our information that we've said below the video. That's going to be there always and forever until we change things up, if we ever do. But other than that, I think we can call this a night, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one, everyone.
Goodbye.
All right.
Bye.